Hey everybody, Carl here with Drive and Ride Motors. Are you considering buying a used Ford Escape? If so, you might find that not all Escapes are created equally. There are three different trim levels, the S, SE, and the SEL. And there are a host of different options that are going to affect your pricing. Now, today we've got a 2017 SE Escape, and this is in black. And we're going to go ahead and show you some of the features that this one has as it's on our lot to help you maybe figure out which options would be best for you. So the first thing you're going to want to look at is what engine is in the Escape. Now this one comes with the 2.0 turboed EcoBoost engine, which is good for 245 horse and 275 pounds of torque. Now, the reason that's important is if you look at some of these will come with a 1.5 liter turbo, which is still a great engine, but it's going to have a lot less horsepower, a lot less torque. And the big difference is that you're not going to be able to tow as much. So the 2-liter turboed EcoBoost has the highest towing rating out of all the Escapes, and it's good for 3,500 pounds. So just keep that in mind. If you're planning on doing any towing at all, this is likely the model you're going to want to have. Another major consideration is going to be the drivetrain. Some of these are front-wheel drive, and some of these are four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. This one in particular is actually the all-wheel drive or the smart four-wheel drive system that Ford has, or intelligent four-wheel drive system, which means that no matter what conditions you're driving in, the power is being sent to the wheels based on the condition. So that's a great model, especially if you live here in Atlantic Canada, where as you can see, it falls behind us and it won't be long before the snow starts falling. All-wheel drive is going to be a wonderful option for you to have. Now, this particular one also has a couple other upgrades that will affect pricing when you're looking at various Escapes. And the first one is the wheels. So this model in particular has the 18-inch wheels or rims upgrade. Normally they're going to come with 17-inch. The 18-inch wheels are going to give it a much more sporty look to it. Now, I believe you can even get them with 19-inch, and that might affect the price as well. However, keep in mind that the bigger you go with the wheels, that will affect your driving feel, and so you're going to sacrifice a little bit of comfort that way. Personally, I find the 18-inch ones are a great balance between looking nice and sporty and having a better ride. So as I mentioned earlier, the 2-liter engine is going to give you a much better towing rating. This one already comes with the trailer hitch installed with your 4-point connector, so you're ready to hook up onto your trailer and start towing right away. Nice, it has an automatic lift gate, so you can actually just double tap on your key fob and that'll open up, as well as double tap on that and it'll close. You have a button here that will close it as well, so if your hands are full as you're getting out, that's a great option. Another add-on this one has that not all of them have is the trunk shade. Now, that's this little device here. You can simply pull on this, latch that right there, and then when you close this, that's going to keep all the contents of your cargo area protected from the sun or eyes or anything else that you might want to have that hidden for. Double tap of the key and your lift gate goes down. Once you're sitting in the driver's seat, you're going to find that there's lots of room in the Escape, and this one in particular has the leather option, so the front and back seats are all leather. This is probably one of the most comfortable leather seats I've ever sat in. In your center console here, you've got a couple cup holders at a nice arm's reach, a little pocket for some miscellaneous change or whatnot. Down here, this is where you've got your USB connector, and that's going to allow you to plug your phone in if you need to, as well as a little charging port if you have anything you want to charge down there. Moving up here, this is kind of your main controls for your climate. You do have dual zone climate control in here, so that means that you can control the temperature from the driver's side and the passenger can control their side of the vehicle. This Escape does have heated seats for both the driver and passenger, and those are activated by these buttons here at 3 levels of heat for each one. And you've got your AC, of course. and your controls for your fans, and all that's going to be controlled right here, nice and simple to get access to. As we slide up, you're going to see here we got a nice big touch screen, and this is where the Ford Sync system is going to be controlled from, and that's your audio for the most part, and your phone connections and things like that. So you can control your radios, your inputs if you are going to have AM, FM. Of course, this does have satellite as well as an option, CD, and then Bluetooth if you want to use your phone. You also have some controls here, and this is going to allow you to control some of the options from an actual button standpoint as opposed to the touchscreen. One of the main complaints, if you would, is that sometimes it's kind of hard to get at this touchscreen because of the way this bezel comes out. And so an easy way to do that is just rest your hand up here, and then you can use your thumbs to get there easily. Of course, you're sacrificing a little bit of usability for the lower part of the screen to have everything right here at your fingertips and very visible. So all in all, I think it's a good trade-off. You've got lots of vents here, control your vents up here. So again, everything pretty quick and easy to get to. You do have a reverse camera, so when you put it in reverse, you can see here as you turn your wheel, it's going to show you where you're going. You have a little tiny picture of your car here with sensors in the back, and it shows you if it starts to beep what side of the vehicle you're getting close to hitting something with. And of course, you can take action, the appropriate action at that point. Now, as we slide over here to the main dash and to the steering wheel, you've got a real sporty steering wheel. It's got a nice big grip on it, very comfortable for your hands as you're gripping it. Now, this model does have paddle shifters, which I think is really cool. When you're in drive, you simply go down to sport mode, or the S on your gear shifter, and now you can be switching your gears manually with these paddle shifters. If you find yourself on a back road somewhere with lots of twists and curves, you can probably have a little bit of fun with that. Now, you've also got some controls in the front here. On your right-hand side, you're going to control your volume and your hands-free for your phone. On the other side, you're going to control your trip computers over here, as well as down here, you're going to control your cruise control and options there. Now, if we look at the dash or the driver console, you've got a nice big RPM gauge over here. You got your speedometer over there, nice analog gauges, again, very sporty. Fuel and heat gauge right there, front and central. And you've also got up here your main computers. Now, I'm not going to go through all the settings on here, but you do have your trip 1, trip 2, of course, your average liters per 100 kilometers or miles per gallon, depending on how you have it set, and all that good information. When we go down to the information in here, this is where you're going to be able to see that the Escape, if it has all-wheel drive or not. And so when you go here, you're going to see intelligent four-wheel drive. If you see that in the information of the console, that means it does have the all-wheel drive system. And as you're driving, you're going to actually see where the power is being sent to, or which wheel the power is being sent to. So if you get on a slippery road with some snow and ice, you're going to see that the front wheels are probably going to help pull you ahead a little bit better than the back wheels, so they're going to send more power to the front wheels. So all in all, a very neat system. As for the fuel mileage on this, it's actually not bad. I know that for the last 100 kilometers or so, I've been averaging about 7.5 to 8.5, depending on my driving style, of course, when I'm in town. And if I get on that accelerator a little bit, it tends to be a little bit worse, but all in all, not bad. The actual stats for that are, I don't know off the top of my head, but we'll throw them up on the screen here, and that will give you an idea of what you can expect to get for fuel economy in this vehicle. This Escape also has the auto start option, which is an add-on that you can get when you buy these from the factory. It is the Ford auto start option. So again, a really, really nice to have. And if you don't have a garage, I'm going to say a must have in the cold winter months of New Brunswick, Canada. That auto start is a great option, and this does come equipped with that. All right, I think now we should try a test drive. I pull this into sport mode. Get that paddle shifters working. Give her a couple downshifts. Oh, she pulls real good. Going over those train tracks, you don't even feel anything at all. Now, one thing this does have that I didn't mention is it does have the electronic start-stop. So when you come to a stop at a red light like this or a stop sign, the engine does turn off for fuel economy. And as soon as you take your foot off the brake, it starts right up again and you're good to go. If you don't like that feature, some people don't like it, especially if you're in a lot of start and stop, you can basically turn that off by a button on the dash. Listen to that. You can hear the engine, but the cabin is so quiet that it's very subtle. You feel it almost more than you hear it. Yeah, no vibrations in the steering wheel. I mean, look, alignment is great. Brakes work really good on it. Gives you lots of stopping power if you need to in a hurry. The suspension is nice and tight. I mean, you know, you turn the steering wheel and it just goes in the direction you point it. There's not a lot of body roll on it, so that's real nice. It gives it a real sporty feel to it, but at the same time, it's not like a sports car where you feel every little bump in the road. So I'm gonna stop here and we're gonna give her It does not take long for that turbo to get this thing rolling. AC blows nice and cold. That's one thing you always want to check when you're looking at a used vehicle as well is, you know, does that AC work? When you get into the winter months, people forget to check that. And, you know, all you do is you just turn your temperatures down low, crank up the fan. And today it's 26 degrees outside. It feels like 32 here in New Brunswick, Moncton. So the AC is still blowing nice and cold. So we know that works well. You know, this vehicle is black, they would say black on black. So you got black leather interior, black exterior. Out of any vehicle you've ever been in, this is the one you're gonna want that AC to work well, especially in those warm summer months. So there you have it. As you can see, there are a ton of options to consider when looking at the Ford Escape. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy videos like these, be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. And if you want more information about this Escape in particular or others just like it, be sure to visit us online at www.driveandride.ca. Thanks for watching.